I'm Claudia Frost. I'm a retired music teacher and choral conductor, and very active in my local Rotary, which is the Brunswick Rotary Club, and also I'm assistant district governor of District 7780. Healthy Kids, Brighter Future is really sort of the brainchild of Lonnie Hackett. After he had been to Lusaka and worked with the kids in the very poor schools, he found that they really needed health care more than they needed the tutoring that he was there to give them in math and English. So the following summer, actually, he went to Nepal and he saw how there were community health organizations. He thought, how can we do this? So the next year, he started a small program of training classroom teachers because they're the first line. But as in this country, healthcare is not free. And so if you are very, very poor, we have an emergency room you can go to. But some of these parents are so poor that if they went to the emergency room, they couldn't afford the medicines that they would have to pay for in order to get their child well. So it falls down on who sees the child? Well, the classroom teachers do. So with that first grant, we had 100 teachers go through the training so that they could recognize and treat common childhood illnesses, and also to do prevention types of things. Lonnie was amazed at the lack of knowledge around AIDS, for instance. He worked with the Nombe Health Clinic to set up a good program for these teachers, and they were incentivized. They were very proud of being part of this program. And already they have saved lives, that not only improved lives, but the stories that Lonnie comes back telling of lives that have been saved because the teachers were trained, they saw something that was not right, they got the kids the help that they needed, even if they had to take them in their own car and take them to the hospital. Lonnie was told by one of the workers there before he set up this program, he was telling him about a young boy about 7 years old who was sick and was taken to the clinic, but too late. The young man died, and it was probably an upper respiratory infection that had a teacher recognized it sooner and had been able to send them earlier to get the antibiotic, he would have lived. And so this young man that was a worker there told Lonnie, please keep doing what you're doing. It's important. My visit to Lusaka was sort of I just wanted to see, and Lonnie kept saying, you should see their faces. You should see the faces of the children. And I had pictures, but I didn't see the faces. And so we made reservations, and we met with the principal of one of the schools called Needs Care School. We spent quite a bit of time at this one school. And when she brought us into her office, and she said, we love what you have done. We appreciate that. But the fact that you would come here to see it is so important to us. People send things, they send money, we brought books with us, we brought toys, and it wasn't that. She said, it's that you came, that you see. She said, for me, it makes me think, okay, I can go on and do this work. It's really hard to do the work, and I'll continue to do it because you think this is important. The grant that I wrote, and with help of members of my club and a committee, we contributed $1,000. I found 9 other clubs in the area that would also contribute $1,000. That makes $10,000. Our district, through the funds that come back from the Rotary Foundation, they doubled. That makes $20,000. Now, the Rotary Foundation, which is an international committee, they looked at it, they approved it, they matched the district funds, that's another $10,000, and they halved what we had collected from the clubs. And so this is how it came out to sort of an odd amount of $35,770. And just to know that between 12,000 and 16,000 children were helped with a $35,000 grant, which cost our club $1,000. It's pretty cool. And I do have to say, if I can do what I ended up doing, anybody can do it. And to have behind me an organization that said, yes, this This is important. This is why we are here. This is why we're Rotarians. This is why we have the Rotary Foundation. If I could speak to a Rotary member, I would say what you're doing in your own community is important, but we are all in a community. We're in a community called Planet Earth, and they're all our children. It's not ours and theirs. They're all our children, and we need to care for them. And the best way to do that is to make the contribution every year, however much you can, to the Rotary Foundation. They will take care of your money. If you have $50 there, trust that that will go. It doesn't go to anything else. It goes directly to programs. Every cent that you put in there.